Hey, so I'm going to do something completely um, out of what I normally do. And I'm going to make some salsa. So, I mean, I do that a lot here, but I mean, as far as on YouTube. So, give me just a second. Okay. Hey, KK. Hey, Joe. Um, okay, I thought I would just do something. Hey, James. 3 bunches of cilantro. Actually, I used a little bit of it earlier, but okay. So first things first, I got myself some pretty red onion in there. I'm kind of an over seasoner. Oh, is DM the mod here? Oh, there you are. Looking down the list, I couldn't find it. Okay, so DM, I'm sorry, I'm just doing something completely out of the norm, and I'm making salsa. So, yes, I am starting with my red onion, and I'm gonna throw some garlic in there. And I am a firm believer that you can never have enough garlic. So generally, I just prep garlic until I'm tired of prepping it. And I go, okay, that looks like enough. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little cloves of garlic here. I'm gonna put in there. Okay, and then I love heat, but I'm not. There are some things I really like to put in my salsa, but I also just will throw anything in there as long as it's got heat and flavor. So hey, Sith Lord. Oh, Joe. No, I have a love for cilantro. I believe it's God's gift to us. But now, having said that, I do understand that for some people, it tastes like soap or something for them. So I understand that. Hey, the truth. How are you? I was just saying, I'm just kind of doing something weird tonight, and I'm making some salsa with you guys. So normally I would have tomatillos, but I totally forgot to get tomatillos today. And I would boil them for a couple minutes. Hey, Dennis. And then I'd dump them in here, but I don't. And again, salsa, I think salsa, there's not a perfect recipe for it. You can do it any way you want to. So I do like to use a Pablo Pasilla, and I will cut it down a little bit. Not, I don't cut them down a whole lot, partially because I like to keep the seeds. I know some people who think that got to get rid of those seeds, but that's where the heat's at, and I like to bring the heat. So this is not a salsa that is for general consumption. So I'm just cutting that into 4 chunks. I have been accused of having my, no more taste buds. So I'm not going to try it. Okay, so I do understand that that people like to have their, like to char their peppers or whatever. I don't. I mean, I haven't tried it, so let me be careful. But I just really like crisp, fresh stuff. I'm a texture girl, so crunchy, crunchy. Okay, so not habaneros, jalapenos are extremely important for the salsa situation. Again, I have taken out some of the inside meat. I don't know what you call it, but I've been careful to leave enough so that it doesn't take away from the seeds. I still have the seeds in there. Okay. Of course, I had to put my hair up so that, making food, get the hair out of the way. So I'm going to cut these, but I'm just going to slice them in half so that I don't lose my seeds everywhere. So just, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are really good size ones too. So I tend to do things in sixes, 6 tomatoes, 6 or more tomatillos, depending on the size of them. And then 6 of each of my peppers. But today, I don't know, I just wasn't mentally organized, maybe, if that's a good way to put it. So, but like I said, again, salsa, whatever you put in salsa generally is good. I do love flavor. So here's the thing. I love spice. I love the heat, but I also love the flavor. So, yes, my salsa is always nice and spicy. It's a little bit of a challenge for me. Like, how spicy can I get it? And then, but it has to be flavorful too. Okay, so another must, serrano peppers. Mm-mm-mm. These will also bring the heat, but they are also very yummy. So I'm just going to cut those in half, really. Just throw those into the food processor. Again, we got to save our seeds so that we don't lose our heat. The friend who taught me how to make salsa to begin with, we used to get plastic gloves on and all that because she was very careful to remove all of the seeds. And if you do that, if you get that into the peppers, you want to wear gloves because that will, oh, nice, Robert Wallace. Yeah, so anyway, you need to protect your skin because the oils and stuff will burn. So you don't want that. Okay, so I got some random peppers from the east side of the mountains, and I'm not even sure what these are. Okay, but I'm throwing them in because why not? Okay, and I'm gonna have to run my food processor here for a second because it is getting awfully full. I gotta cut some of this stuff down. So far, just do a little pulse action. Ooh, look at all those wonderful seeds. Hang on. That's in there. Okay, another thing that I don't have this time are red chili peppers, and I love red chili peppers in there. Oh, actually, I think I do. I'll have to get those from somewhere else. But, oh, I know I do. Anyway, the reason they have good flavor, they have good heat, oops, and they make it pretty. So, love the color and all that. I think this is a leftover of an Anaheim. When I mean leftover, I used some earlier for, I think, lunch. So Anaheim pepper, throw some of that in there. Okay, now I only have a few. Sorry, I don't want to make y'all sick by bouncing you around, but okay, yes, absolutely. I have actually wiped my eye enough times with the pepper oils on it that I'm kind of used to that burning eye feeling. Oh, no, you're ahead of me, Headless. I have my habaneros right here. I love habanero peppers. Love, love, love them. I unfortunately only have a couple, but I would actually, um, I would usually do like 4, 5, 6 in there as well with my 6 of everything else. So I will throw those in there. I have not tried ghost pepper in, you're joking, Headless, but believe me, I love my spice. So I haven't tried ghost pepper because um, I've had ghost pepper like a sauce before, and it's great for putting into like a larger dish to heat up the whole thing. But I'm not sure that the flavor, I'm not sure that I would want the flavor in my salsa. So I don't know. I can, we used to have our neighbors who I love dearly. She had Mexican background, and her husband had been married to her for forever, and so they were very used to they were very used to heat and Mexican flavors. And so I used to send over salsa to them every once in a while. And I sent some over one time, and the husband was like, "Oh my gosh, is she eating that?" Because apparently they had to add a bunch more tomatoes and stuff to it to uh, to cut it down because they were having trouble eating the heat. All right, so um, hang on just a second. Let me grab some of those red chili peppers. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so I love the um, fresh peppers and the fresh produce, but when all else fails, I do have um, like lots of backup of peppers that we've dried because I love my peppers. Oh, let me see. Can you see that? So, and I am totally willing to throw some dried peppers in with it because they're still crispy. So, all right. So, okay. I'll just throw a few of those in there. All right, like I said, dried peppers aren't first on my list, but in a pinch, they'll do. Uh, you think I like peppers? Yeah. Um, okay, so then I use Roma tomatoes. I just like them. I don't know why. Um, so I will just slice them in 4s. And I have 6 of those ready to go. I do have more, and you always do need to taste test. So if I get to the point where I taste it and I decide I need more of something, that's fine. I can always do it. Yes, I will do the favor of when I'm done with this, I will actually wash these dishes. I'll rinse them enough to get them into the dishwasher so that the kids, because my kids are the ones who do the dishes around here, so that they don't have to touch it. My son is a weenie about it. So just got to get this done a little bit more. Oh. Okay, so I have a little bit. This guy is not behaving. We'll have to get him in another area. Okay, so before I put in my cilantro, I'm going to, I need some more salt, but I'm gonna just use pink Himalayan salt. But anyway, I'm gonna pour in some salt. Ooh, a good amount. I like a good amount. And then we're gonna put some lime juice in there. And if you don't know the trick about limes, you can heat them up in the microwave for 15 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever, and then you roll them on the counter, and then your juices are flowing. So I'll be right back. All right, I've got my heated lime. I'm gonna roll it on the counter. And then just going to slice that up and squeeze them in. I don't know if you can see that, but okay, I actually usually like to put the salt and the lime in a little bit earlier, just so that it has more time. All the flavors have more time together. So I'm going to do this a little bit more. Okay, so this batch is turning out to be a little bit of an ugly batch. And, don't tell it it's ugly, but it kind of is. That's okay, as long as the flavor's there. Oh my goodness, except for this little guy is really causing problems. He keeps hugging onto the center of the... All right. Okay, so now, I think it's Joe Mama. Joe, you might not want to watch this. Now for the good stuff. I'm going to put some cilantro. So I, when the kids were younger, and we were going through the grocery store, I would stop every time and I'd make them smell it. God's gift. So that was my way of indoctrinating them to the world of cilantro. All right, I'm going to rinse this off real quick. Okay, so for those of you who know about how you're supposed to treat cilantro, you are never supposed to cut it with a blade because it makes it go bad faster. But it's going into my salsa, so I'm okay with that. The salsa, I actually will use salsa on almost everything. I will top steak with it. I will put it on chicken and pork and, well, pretty much just all sorts of stuff. So I am trying to not eat a bunch of carbs and stuff right now. So it doesn't necessarily go on any sort of chip or whatever, unless I'm craving it, and it does. what y'all doing? Yes, I don't have any enough cilantro or enough salsa to feed Venezuela. Well, they're welcome to have some salsa. I'm not sure that all of them would actually appreciate it, but they're welcome to it. Okay, so I'm actually one bunch shy on my salsa or on my cilantro, but I'm gonna try it real quick. Whew. Oh yeah. Oh, that's got some burn. It's one of those that builds, so it doesn't hit you immediately. That is good stuff. All right, but still gonna put my cilantro in. It's gonna taste like cilantro. I love cilantro. I love my cilantro. I love my garlic, onion. All right. If they're big bunches, I'll just do 2 big bunches of cilantro. But they were cute little baby bunches. We'll do 3. Okay. Like I said, this one is an ugly batch. They don't all turn out pretty. Definitely could have used some additional habaneros and some red chili peppers that could have added to the color. But my kids would always say, because I used to make 2 batches. The first batch I would make for, I'll be nice, for those who did not like heat, okay? And then I would put all the good stuff in my batch. My kids used to always say that my salsa was opposite. If it looked red and if it looked hot, that was the mild stuff. My stuff was always my hot stuff is always green. So let's give another little taste. I'm the only one that eats it, so I am going to double dip. Although I'm using a different side of the spoon to do it, so I'm not totally double dipping. But yeah, so try it again. Okay, the one thing. Oh man, that's good. I could maybe use a little bit more salt because I'm well, I do like my food to look pretty, but salsa, I don't always control that. And if I were willing to take a little bit more time, then I would just hand cut it all and whatever else, but I'm way too lazy for that. And excuse me, usually I'll make about 3 batches every 2 weeks. So James, oh my word. All right, so actually, let me see if I can, yeah, I'll do it this way. Let me see, maybe. Let me see. Calm stick. All right. what it looks like. I think I might go ahead and add a little bit more salt. Salt helps bring out the flavor anyway. Besides, makes it nice and salty for me. I love my salt. Okay, so, and then you are supposed to let it rest for 30 minutes. So I did taste it, but that's definitely not the final flavor of it. You are supposed to let it rest for 30 minutes. And then what happens with mine usually is that the second day, it actually calms down and it's less hot. And then, Bill, anyway, and then the next day, it actually starts increasing in heat again. And so if you want it on its coolest day, have it tomorrow, because then it'll just get hotter and hotter and hotter after that. So, hey, Brian, we're just about done, but I thought I'd make some salsa, and apparently, just Robert Nazawa and I are the only ones that like it spicy. Okay, I'm going back through some of your comments. Oh heavens. Okay, Bill, I'm not reading some of those out loud. Oh, I eat this stuff all the time. Like I said, I eat it on most proteins. Ooh, Brian, you do? Okay, cool. Well, oh my gosh, Bill. So I don't have any. Usually, I will put tomatillos in here. I forgot them. I just have red onion, 6 Roma tomatoes. What was it, like 7 cloves of garlic? And that's only because I got tired. Love myself some garlic. And then I I put 3 small bunches of cilantro, 5 or 6 really good size, pretty large jalapenos. I put a few serrano peppers. I put only 2 habaneros. I only had 2. I put some red peppers. What else? Pablo pasilla pepper. I don't know. I think that's it. Anyway, oh no, there were some random peppers in there too, that I wasn't sure what they were. So yeah, that's it. That's my that's my salsa. Okay. So Brian is offering to taste test. More than welcome. Dennis is concerned about the day after. Going in would be okay. Probably quite delicious. I was just clouding. Don't mention the peppers. It actually resembles my morning shake. Yeah, it actually does look like one of those health shakes in the morning, but tastes a little different, I think. So anyway, all right, that's it. I just thought I'd share some salsa making with you. So you guys have a good night, and if anyone else is going on, let me know. I'll chat with you later.